Hey guys, good morning. It is May 2nd, 2010. There's a few things that I'd like to visit with you about this morning. You guys are on top of, I'm assuming, the issue with the investigation of the silver market manipulation. Andrew McGuire brought that out and several others, but it turns out that JPMorgan is going to be investigated for the manipulation of the market. And that article is on King World News. I'm not going to read that to you. There's actually a radio interview also on there that talks about it. And it's very good, and it's about time. There's been people at GAFTA that have been trying to get this through for 20 years, an investigation into the manipulation that's going on. And so that seems like it's going to take off here. That's huge news, actually. Also, there's the oil rig accident off the coast of Louisiana, and I have some comments on that. We don't know all the details on how this happened, or what was the cause of it. Apparently, it was an explosion. But guys, I want to question things again. I made a video, it was probably my last one or the one before that, about questioning everything that we're told that comes out in the mainstream media. So I'm questioning what happened in this event because it's huge. This could be a tipping point of things that are coming down the line. And those of you who are, I don't know, how do I put this, aware of what's going on, this could be kind of a turning point here as far as other events. What did happen and why? Why did this happen? Was it an accident, a freak accident? Because these things do not happen very often at all. And for it to happen, right now with legislation being talked about of opening up offshore drilling, when Obama talks about that, you go cross-eyed because he wants to shut down coal, and he was against offshore drilling, and now all of a sudden this happens, and now they're going to scrutinize everything that happens with offshore drilling from here on out with regulations that you probably can't imagine, or shut them down. And so I don't know, it's kind of a coincidence. And the amount of oil that's being pumped into the ocean, Montegraph, he's on YouTube, he made some interesting points that with this amount of oil being pumped into the oceans, the currents of the oceans, the evaporation of the water off the oceans into the sky, and then it raining, contaminating soil in surrounding areas. And so I think if they don't get a grip on this, that this could lead to many other things. And the world runs on oil, guys. And if they shut down this, other aspects of the oil industry because of this spill, and I don't know as if why they would do that, but you never know. You never know. And if another one of these happens, wow. But anyway, there's ramifications to this that I think we need to consider. And I'm going to talk just a little bit about preparedness. Should we prepare? Should we not prepare? Should we? And those of you who are Christians out there, this issue, I imagine, comes up in your thinking, especially nowadays, on how far do I pursue preparedness in preparing for the times that we're going into. And I believe that principle is in God's Word. You hear stories of Joseph, and actually God giving him dreams, okay, early on, showing him that he was going to be a leader, and that he would actually save nations for his preparedness, his willing to prepare. his willingness to prepare. And so I think God called him to do what he did to save his people. Also, you have the story of Noah. 120 years he prepared. Okay, friends, I don't think we have 120 years. Things are moving way too fast. But also the principle of preparedness is in this story also. If they didn't prepare, if he, didn't do as God had instructed him to do, friends, you and I wouldn't be here. And also you see this principle brought out in even Jesus' own words. He says you see the signs. And you see the sky that's red, and you know that the storm's coming. But you can't discern the signs of the times. Okay, so I think he's relating to that we need to see what's happening so that we can make intelligent decisions on how to move forward. And a lot of people, I think, are scared of that. They say, I believe, they think that it's somewhat of a self-reliance to where you're excluding God if you actually do prepare. When in actuality, I think God gives us these signs in the skies and what we're seeing in the news, to show us that we need to prepare. And those people that don't want to prepare or see no need for it, I'll gladly open my door to you, and give you some rice and beans when things shut down and you don't have, not to say that God's not going to provide that beans and rice for you, but I think he's going to do it through a lot of people, through different people that maybe did prepare. Anyway, but ultimately, yes, your trust is in God. And Dementia 23 brought this issue out also, that we can prepare so far. But friends, it can only go so far, because what's going to happen is that everything's going to be stripped completely away, and it's done by design, and you will have nothing. No mode of communication, no mode of transportation, no mode of really any, you'll be cut off if you don't want to follow the system. And I think that's where we're going to have to, before then, but we need to realize that we need a power outside of ourselves to get us through what we're going to end up going through. And I think that it is important, guys, and I just touched on a couple of articles that have been happening recently, but there's so much going on. I don't know. There's too much to actually cover. But anyway, guys, I hope that helped you a little bit. I think that we should prepare. I don't think we should sit on our haunches and think that everything's going to be okay when we know it's not. I don't think it's radical to act on your convictions. I know a lot of people are going to be frozen with fear. A lot of people think I'm frozen with fear, but I'm not frozen with fear. I don't. If I die, I die. I know I don't fear dying. I believe that God has me in His hand, and so I don't fear that. I do have responsibilities to other people, and that's probably my main concern, and that's why I want to prepare as best as I can, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I think all three are very important as we go into these times. And it's not going to get easier, guys. You were hoping for this recovery and all will be well, but we've turned the corner, I believe, and I don't think we're going to turn back. So prepare. Keep on your toes. As they say, keep your powder dry. Have a good day. And I might elaborate more in detail on some of these articles, these main articles that have been coming up. So take care. God bless.